Hello everybody, welcome back to AI War Fleet Command. The Timix here, and it's time to continue with the Champion reboot. We're at a point where most of our actions are really going to be determined for us by the game over the next period. Of course, we've got that Super Hybrid in Varda, we got stuff going on with the Champion, we'll get to that in a bit. I've been putting up the detected hybrids filter here, just to make sure none of them are getting out of hand. You can see there's nothing above 7 right now is the most in Ganymede. We still haven't dealt with that system, Mark IV system, and of course it's slowly growing, but I still feel like we have time to get to that eventually as we continue to strengthen the fleet, which is our big thing that I want to do right away. Now, the Varda situation is interesting. Ran this ahead to see what would happen there. And I was a little bit surprised. One, it took a really long time, well over another hour, the facility construction. But when it did, it was a Dyson antagonizer, same as we've seen before, and it did work. It switched all of the Dyson Gatlings to the aggressive against us kind, and they made a beeline for our homeworld. But I think what we got for freeing up the Dyson Sphere Golem is that we got more time, possibly twice as much time, so that when they start building these facilities, we have additional time to deal with it, like they have to put more power into it or whatever. It needs a stronger signal to twist the Dyson Sphere now into doing what they want it to do. So that's just a theory, but it seems to fit the facts we have, which would be interesting. Now right now, what I want to do is, one, build up the fleet, get all of these in here going as they are, but then I also want to deal with our happy champion. And I spent a bit of time thinking about what I want to do with this. What do I want to unlock? We can go up to level 3 now. Well, I definitely want the shields. And then I thought about the rail cluster module, but I decided not to go with that. I'll show why in a bit. I'm actually going to go with the flak module Mark III as my other thing to purchase, and that leaves us with 1 point. Now, if we look over here at the Zenith Destroyer, the ones like this that we can use the shield on are also the same ones we can use the rail cluster module on, and these bombers and missile. And going down in the future, I'm going to want the Spire photon cannon, I think, to feature in those. And so I just don't think that I'm going to want the rail cluster module a lot. It's better against light ships than anything else we have, including the flak weapon. Ultimately, I think I'm going to want to have something in there to hit the heavier targets, would be the photon cannon, and therefore I don't think I'm going to want that in place. Now, because of where I'm going for the next part of the journey, I want to max out my shields. And then since I've upgraded the flak module, put a little bit extra of those, I'm going to probably put, like, I'm going to say 4. Then I've got 4 more left, and I'm going to get 3 of the laser, and then 1 of the MLRS. Because, well, actually, no, let's split that 2 in 2. We've got equal amounts of those two. Those are still Mark II. These are Mark III. And that'll serve as our weaponry. We'll be better against light ships than heavier. And that really, I think, is going to serve us pretty well for the next mission, which is not about attacking heavily defended stuff like star bases. So we're going to switch to that form, and that will respawn. So right now I want to ramp up the fleet and get, of course I'm going to take down the matter converter here in Radislava, and then get as much metal as we can before we have to put it back up, running low on energy. See how many of our starships that we're able to get out with the available energy as our champion rebuilds. Going to try to get it into Sig Seg 5. Once the fleet's up, we'll head after Varda, and we got the CPA that's going to hit in less than an hour. So there's all of those things trying to keep going in the air. So here we are in Sig Seg 5, and I definitely did not find what I expected. You can see down here we've got the Dyson Gatlings. This is the Gray Spire mission. We've done this before. This is not the one that was here before I did, the previous successful mission against the Shattered Pillar Zenith. That was a totally different fight that I saw in here, one we haven't seen before. So we've got to fight off the Dyson Gatlings and eventually capture them. So what I've done is I've switched out to all lasers, Got 3 shields and a bomber bay, and I may add more shields or whatever. We'll see what ends up proving to be the most useful. But I assumed that they would stay the same regardless of my actions elsewhere. So that's an interesting thing that happened. Now on the way in, I lost 2 of my shields, but I didn't lose anything else. So it was a successful transition. And then, of course, we're just going to do the usual thing where we try to protect ourselves and as many of these fellows as we can. And try to pound away at as many of these Gatlings as we can. And yeah, I think I'll just sort of slide back. And you can see that we've got, you got the bombers doing their thing. That gives them something else to shoot at. Really useful with how heavy these Dyson weapons are. And I expect to make fairly short work. Well, as it turns out, the Dyson Gatling resistance here in 6 Seg 5 was a lot more significant than it was before. They knocked out one of the star bases. And they weren't actually that far away from defeating me, because at the end I didn't have any really allied ships left, some trickling out every little bit. And there was like a dozen of them attacking the main star base, along with myself. We did eventually end up winning. And I wasn't able to multitask, so we've still got to deal with Varda. And we don't have that long to do it if we're going to do it before the CPA hit. So that's going to be my next priority for sure. We got 23 of the Gatlings. I've now completed this mission 3 times between the 2 runs. And gotten 15, 22, and 23. I'm not sure what determines the difference. I will take it. Now, those can't be transported, so I'm going to have to try to get them out of here another time, because Lachesis is very hostile. We are, of course, going to be building up these ships. The new ones that we've got. And once I've got those added to everything, of course their resources are in here, 50 metal and 75k energy, very much welcomed. Then I will be heading off to Varda, and I'm going to use the champion as well for that. Make sure that we get Varda and the CPA handled, and then resume the campaign and see what else is out there. I've now gotten through both of the missions that I had done in the previous run, so any more champion stuff will be primarily on screen, as it will all be new, or relatively so. Now if we take a look at the new stuff that we have available, we actually didn't get the photon cannon this time. We did get the Spire Destroyer and Modular Fortress, so those are up and about. And this has fewer, but I think more powerful hardpoints. In any case, we got this Impulse Reaction Cannon module thing, which I'm guessing is good against bigger ships. I'll have to experiment with that. We got a translocator module, but we don't actually have of the photon cannons. So I'm hoping that I will get those in a later mission, and I didn't just sort of luck out by acquiring them. Alright, here we are in Varda, and here is nice old super hybrid. Now I didn't quite have enough metal to build everything that I wanted. We're quite low on it right now, we're basically out. I didn't want to wait any longer. So I'm just going to let that continue building, but I've got like 90-95% of the fleet assembled, and I'm just trying to move out this way a little bit. And now here's the hybrid right up close to us, so now I'm going to just unload everything. And I had to come in here with, right in this area, there was a Mark V ion cannon, but my raid starship's able to get in, hit it, get out. Not only did I not lose it, I didn't take hardly any damage, so that was an excellent thing for us. See, I'm going to try to situate most of them here. Get the 9 Zool starships more out that way. And here we go. And there's everybody. And they're going to keep sending these drones at us. And I just want to make sure we hammer that super hybrid. Because I don't really care what else happens as long as we hit that. And we're doing a pretty good job with it. There it is. We've got a reprisal, and yeah, there's another hybrid somewhere in the galaxy. Shocking. But, whoa, hold on. It said translocator eye, and then there was too many ships. I don't see a lot of reason to stick around. Really. No, I see no reason to stick around. I think everybody gathers up and gets the heck out. Back to Papagena. So, there's definitely a successful raid. We'll lose some more ships in here. We'll have more rebuilding to do, etc. But I think now we just get ready for that CPA. Now, I was initially going to wait, but I decided, you know, I don't want to hang around another 20 minutes just waiting for the CPA to hit when I feel that our fleet can handle it without the help of the champion. So I made a journey here to Cato Nemoidia, which is over here, up this route. And it's several jumps away from our homeworld, but pretty much all of the available options are now. We've hit Emma, and Sig Seg 5, and Mexami Bromide, so everything over here is done. You know, we could go up here, there's lots of other options, but there was a good path here. There was a planetary armor inhibitor on the way that was a little annoying, but we didn't have any trouble getting in. And you can see that we didn't even lose any of our current stuff. So let's find out what this Shattered Pillar is about, because I think we've already run into these. Lieutenant Alan Carmichael. The situation in the Cato Nemoidia Nebula is pretty crazy. A couple different groups of Zenith are in there, and normally we'd be happy to hear that. Not all Zenith are friendly toward us, but their civilization broke up long ago, and none of the splinter groups think much beyond survival and limited prosperity. Apparently, we found the exception. One of the groups, the Shattered Pillar, is friendly enough towards us and fits the usual psychological profile. But the other group, who call themselves the Citadel Ascendant, well, they think the Zenith can become great again, and they aren't shy about how. They've graciously offered us the opportunity to serve as their minions. I'll spare you that part of the message. Other transmissions from them are more alarming, particularly taken with our preliminary scans. There are some really odd ships out there. We don't know how, but it looks like some very old model colony ships that have been heavily retrofitted. Whatever they are, they don't look pleasant. In any event, our objective here seems clear. The Shattered Pillar are a bit aloof, but the other guys are stark raving mad, and we need to put them down one way or another. The bad news is that this group appears to be just an advanced scout party, so we may be seeing them again either way. Okay. Tat's message, megalomaniacal demands for submission omitted. However, we expect you will refuse. Refusing, you shall perish. Even to this, such a small part of us. For a great boon we have found, finding and making new again, an old tool of yours. Discarded and forgotten. Almost they seem to us lonely. Lonely and ready for vengeance. Well, probably not, but we thought it would be funny. Such a small force as us you might crush. Crushed, however, shall you be by this, the legacy of the one they called Lord of the Colony Ships. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be sort of a multi-mission arc here. And they've got 4 star bases on the outside, and we've got 5 in the middle. And let's see, the hostile ships. They've got a light version, a medium version, a heavy version. The mysterious colony ships are bombers, powerful ones, and they're light. Okay, so it looks like we might want to focus on light armaments. Let's head back in here. There's star bases. I think our star bases are shooting directly at each other, if I'm not, maybe not. Yeah, we're not doing well. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. It looks like they're kamikaze. Yeah, they're kamikazing. How nice. Let's, hold on. So if we want to focus on light armaments and get into this fight, 2 MLRS, 3 flak, 2 laser. Let's throw on 1 more flak. I'm thinking once again using the bombers against the ultra heavies. Let's just try that and see how this goes. Yikes, but these are coming in from all over the place. And I think having the bombers is really going to be useful because it'll give them something to crash into that's not us. Now let's see. Early fight. They've got 95% there, 99% there, and we've taken some damage all over the place. It looks to me like we need to try to be kind of aggressive here. So, I mean, I don't have a better idea. Let's just head out this way. Alright, and they're shooting at us. So that means it's time to get up our shield. And yeah, okay, that's not close enough. So what about here? Now we're close enough. Looks like they're flying directly through our shield. And these things look like they can take quite a bit of damage. Let me just... Like, if they can take 650k and ours... about the same. Okay. Looks like we're doing all right in terms of surviving. So we just need to keep pounding this thing. I'll be able to get one more up. And we knocked it down by about 20%. So, not doing too bad. And now it's going to go down, so let's retreat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, we're taking some serious damage elsewhere, though. This could be a problem, because if we can't defend sufficiently enough with our other ships... They are at 74. Yeah, they're definitely beating us right now. I'm not sure that I don't necessarily just want to be more defensive. We're having some troubles over this way. Let's see if we can protect this one at all. Maybe I mean, they're attacking in multiple directions. Yeah, I mean, this one's just getting killed. And I don't know that we can protect it, but I gotta try. Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely one where it feels like we're outnumbered. I wonder if our ship is strong enough to compensate. Alright, let's switch this up a bit. Let's go down to one shield and 3 groups of bombers. Give them a bunch more stuff to fight. Let's see how that goes. I'll be able to hit harder. I feel like I've got to really go after them. Or else I'm going to have some serious trouble. I feel like most of the colony ships are coming from this direction as well. So if I stay over here, if I can use those bombers to absorb a certain amount. Super hybrid on Yevon, good for it. This starbase is down really low, so if we could take that one out before I let them kill this, it's a big if. It still looks like most of the ships are coming from this direction. I think I want to stay over here and play center field. I think that's my... I don't have any great options, but I think that's the best one that I have. Try to survive out here a bit longer. Okay, and now we've got more coming down this way. Is this thing dead yet? It is not. They've got a bunch more things shooting at it. Come on, kill it. It's down to 8%. Where are we? This thing's at 16%. Thing is, I think I've got to go repair. And maybe I just want to, like, split the difference there. Let's go with 2 shields and 2 bombers. Alright, get back out there and fight. Keep them from blowing it up if at all possible. Alright, that one's gone. So we took out one of theirs before they took out ours. It's not going to last, I don't feel, but there should be a lot less pressure on these over here. It does really feel like this is the direction. This is where it's going to be decided. This is a little more tense than the other ones. This is not... I don't get the feeling that this one's a walk in the park. Here we go. Lost a bunch of my shields. But, okay. There goes our starbase. See if we can defend this one. Well, I don't know, because they're coming down from this way. Let me defend this way. And honestly, there's so many of those. Yeah, I gotta go back and repair again anyway, but I'm gonna take out more of these. I'm gonna add even more flak guns. Of course, we have the one main star base in the middle. They don't have that. But I just want to be able to take out... Okay, the most of them are over this way for now. I want to be able to take out their colony ships quickly. They're now working from multiple directions. I feel like I should pick a direction. I'm going to pick this one because that starbase is low. So let's see. Let's put that up. Oh yeah, whole bunch of activity over this way. Another shield to defend. I feel like I've got about the right balance for what's going on, but boy is this crazy. Okay. You have almost taken us down here. We're going to be dead. Yeah, we're going to be dead any minute here. We currently have 4 against 3, and soon it's going to be 3 against 3. But if we can hold this out and take that one, I don't know, it's close. It is close. Yep, and this one's gone. They're not gone yet. They're 30%. We're trying to keep this one alive. Let's take out some of these ships. Come on, shoot them. There we go. That was decent. What are you at now? 21%. We're only wearing it down slowly while they're just pounding this stuff. But what choice do we have? So I'm not going to survive a frontal attack on that starbase. And I have to defend in order to... You know, let's shift over here a little bit, take out some of these colony ships. Whoops. Let's get back over here and put up a shield. Surprised our shields dealt with all that. Yeah, let's go attack these guys. Now they're getting hit from the other side. We've got a decent attack building up on this now. Maybe we can take it out while this is still not dead. Come on. Now how's it doing? It's got to be about dead. Yeah, 1%. There it goes. Okay. So we're almost dead. Good health there. Fairly low there. We got 2 of them. And... I think this is the place to go now. We're going to lose this one probably soon. But this is the next one we want to take down. Defend the starbase closest to your next target. That seems to be the shtick here. I think we're going to win this, but it is not going to be a walk. And meanwhile, we got a few minutes till the CPA. And we're mounting a decent attack on this one right now. It's down, it's getting close down to half. So I'm liking that. And boy, you know what? Let me go up and see if I can throw a shield on them because we don't have much hitting us. Oh, that hurts. Still. Come on, get me in there. There we go. That won't do a lot of good, but protect them for a bit. Let them hit a little more. No, 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 no. Let's get over that. Come on, shoot them. There we go. Oh yeah, that's down now pretty low. We should win this tussle here. This is almost dead though. That's not important, relatively speaking. Can only guard so much at once. I feel like, you know, we've reduced their numbers enough to where I don't even really need the shield so much anymore. So, like the shadow shield, I feel like I can handle a lot of these ships on my own. They're not doing that much damage to our starbase. Alright, let's join the attack. I think it's time to wipe this thing out. Ignore everything else, join the attack. And boom. Please, doggone it, you're not going to shoot that far out. Well, at least you gave him a little bit more protection. And let's jump in here. Come on. Die. Die. Bingo. Okay, now, that's still up, but not by much. This one over here is down. So it's all about the face-off between our big starbase and this one, because that's their last group of people. Let's retreat. Shield up. Might not have needed it. So yeah, we're pounding that down pretty good, actually. Looks like we've got the upper hand now. I'm gonna wait for them to either finish it off or for me to get a decent amount of shadow charge up to 500-600 so I can help them. And my bombers continuing to distract them. That's all I really want them to do right now. We came in here at level 18 and we are still level 18 after all these killing. We're not upgrading that quickly. Yuck, we're getting pounded. Let's throw that up. Help them a little bit. Put this one up and get underneath that, and then we should have room for one more. Will this be enough? 7%. 5%. And now we're going to put up another one. Yes. There it is. Isn't it? There's more of these coming, but that should be it. All of them, right? Once we clear all the ones on the map. I hope. Maybe. Looks like it. Yes. Acid jet module, polarizer module, and up to level 19. And we've got a whole 30 seconds until the CPA hits. Plenty of time. Nothing to worry about. Okay, Citadel Ascendant has been foiled. Good news, the Shattered Pillar and the Cato-Nemoidian Nebula report that the attacking force from the Citadel Ascendant has been exterminated. Those strange monstrosities that once were colony ships have also stopped appearing. The wreckage is pretty scattered but contains quite a few shadow relics. That might explain how those ships could achieve such speed and explosive yield. Our Zenith allies are quite grateful but still perturbed. Whether this is normal or something we should worry about, I don't know. What disturbs me is how similar these modifications look to what we found on those malfunctioning Dyson Gatlings attacking the Gray Spire. And we have our message. You have our gratitude. Gratitude for helping crush the aberrant. Brave they are, perhaps, but that way lay madness. Yet in victory we are still saddened. Saddened both that we had slain our brothers and not slain enough. For out there are many more who will not relent. At least this latest weapon they shall not have. Thanks to you, we have laid to rest, these which once were ships of peace. Let's just take a look at our new stuff. We're acquiring quite a few modules. Polarizer module. Low damage, effective against targets with lots of armor. More damage to heavily armored targets. Massive armor piercing. And then the acid jet. Starship mounted variant of the acid sprayer's weapon. And that's got a massive neutron bonus, polycrystal bonus, etc. I think I'm going to want to invest some points into that and work that into my rotation, give myself a little more varied. And that's only useful by Zenith or 9-Zool Shadow Vessels. And of course we've never seen the 9-Zool. We got 5 points though. So I don't think I would be remiss to spend 3 of them upgrading the acid jet. There we go. So now that we've got that at the max level, along with the shield, the MLRS, the laser, and I think, yeah, the flak. So I feel pretty comfortable with that balance, and we're preserving a couple of points here. So when I return, we will be facing down that CPA, potentially doing more raiding, and obviously also going to work our way forward to try to continue the champion enhancements. Let's double check on what we get here. Of course, we get more ships, always more ships. And this is another one of those that gives us 100k energy. So we should be able to build all of the extra ships that we get here, plus also add the rest of our starships that we haven't built yet. I think Plasma, Siege, and Leech are the ones I didn't yet build. So I should be able to get all that, max out the fleet. And the more I go through getting these champion additions, the less attractive that Zenith power generator becomes. I actually think I may not need that. But I'll have to reconsider that later. There's still some more raiding I want to do before I expand more, so that's not going to be an immediate decision. That's going to be all for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. More AI War will continue, and we'll see what else the Citadel Ascendant has for us in the future.